Good evening, everybody. Today we are going to study about borazine or borazole. That is, the molecular formula is B3N3H6. It is isoelectronic with benzene and hence it is called inorganic benzene by Weber. Structure of borazine. Various chemical reactions and electron diffraction studies show that borazine is isoelectronic with benzene and hence its structure is same as that of the benzene. That is why we call it as a inorganic benzene. Like benzene, borazine has a planar hexagonal structure containing 6-membered ring in which boron and nitrogen are arranged alternatively. Because of the similarity between the structure of the borazine and benzene, that borazine is called as inorganic benzene. In borazine, both boron and nitrogen are sp2 hybridized. Each nitrogen atom has lone pair of electron while boron has an empty p orbital. That is why a dative bond is formed between boron and nitrogen. Nitrogen gives its lone pair of electron to boron and a sidewise overlap is formed. We can see the structure, the ground state configuration of the boron and excited state configuration. One of the p orbital is empty for boron and 2s orbital of nitrogen has lone pair of electron. So this lone pair of electron is shared by nitrogen to boron. Hence we have right now understood about the isoelectronic structure of borazine with benzene. Both the compounds have aromatic cloud. That's why we call it borazine is isoelectronic and it has an electron cloud. So due to the greater difference in the electronegativity, we know that in case of benzene, the electronegativity of the carbon is similar, but in case of borazine, we have nitrogen and boron, and there is a difference between the electronegativity of boron and nitrogen, and so the electron cloud in boron and nitrogen, that is B3N3 ring of borazine molecule, is partially delocalized, whereas in case of benzene, it is completely delocalized. We can see the structure. Charges develop because of the dative bond. Lone pair of electron is given by nitrogen to boron. A plus charge is present on nitrogen and a minus charge appears on boron. Molecular orbital calculations have indicated that electron drift from boron to nitrogen is less than the electron drift of boron to nitrogen due to the greater electronegativity of the nitrogen atom. In benzene molecule, carbon-carbon bond are non-polar, while in case of borazine, due to the difference in the electronegativities between the nitrogen and boron, the bond is polar. It is due to the partial delocalization of electron cloud that B3N3 ring is weakened. In case of benzene, the delocalization, because there is no electronegativity difference, the electronegativities are same, so the delocalization is complete and that's why the bond is strong. Nitrogen atom retains some of its basicity and boron atom retains some of its acidity. That is why the polar species like HCl, when they attack the double bond between the nitrogen and boron, they undergo addition reaction. That's why borazine undergo addition reaction. In borazine, boron-nitrogen bond length is equal to 1.44 Armstrong, which is between calculated single boron-nitrogen bond, that is 1.54 Armstrong. So we cannot say that the bond is completely double bond or it is completely single bond, because the double bond length is 1.34. So this bond length between boron and nitrogen in borazine come in between the single and double bond and the bond angle is 120 degrees. In benzene, carbon-carbon bond length is 1.42 Armstrong. Again, in case of borazine and benzene, we can find that the bond length is similar. Methods of preparation. This is a most common method of preparation, that is Stock and Poland method. In this, diborane react with ammonia to form a duct, and then after rearrangement we get, or after heating it, we get borazine. But the yield by this particular product is very low because simultaneously byproduct is formed. A polymeric byproduct is formed. The second method of preparation is heating with BCl3 and ammonium chloride. When ammonium chloride and BCl3 are heated at 140 degrees Celsius in presence of C6H5Cl and catalyst Fe, we get borazine. By heating the mixture of lithium borohydride and ammonium chloride at 230 degrees Celsius in vacuum, we get borazine. This is again a laboratory method. That means we can prepare this in laboratory. This method can be used for the laboratory preparation, and 30% of borazine is made by this process. Physical properties: colorless, volatile liquid, melting point is 64.5 degrees Celsius, melting point is minus 58 degrees Celsius, decomposes at 80 degrees Celsius, and molecular weight is 78 grams. Chemical properties: it undergoes addition reaction because we know that the bond between boron and nitrogen is a polar bond, and due to partial delocalization, the bond is weakened. That is why it can undergo addition reaction. Whereas in case of benzene, the bond, that means the double bond is strong, it does usually do not undergo addition reaction. It also undergoes substitution reactions. 1 molecule of borazine add to 3 molecules of bromine at 0 degrees Celsius to form tribromoborazine. Hydrolysis: borazine gets slowly hydrolyzed by water to produce boric acid, ammonia, and hydrogen. Hydrolysis is favored by increase in the temperature. As you increase the temperature, the process of hydrolysis increases. Third process is chemical property is pyrolysis. When borazine is pyrolyzed above 340 degrees Celsius, B6N6H10 and B5N5H8 are produced. These products are boron nitrogen analogues of diphenyl and naphthalene respectively. As benzene undergo to form naphthalene, similarly when borazine is pyrolyzed, we get these products. You can see the products. Formation of adduct. In the starting, we have said that borazine can form an adduct with CH3OH. This adduct undergo pyrolysis with the elimination of what H2 and gives B-trimethoxyborazine. You can see reaction with aniline. Again, it is a very important reaction. Borazine undergo a strongly exothermic reaction with aniline to produce triaminoborane. This is all about borazine. Hope you liked the recording. We'll meet with another topic next time. Thank you.